I got to do my veteran. I got to do my veteran bill. Yes. If I had to say three,
yes,
immigration, term limits,
yes,
and my veterans bill, which my veterans, because I have a lot of different, I have a lot of bills all on my page.
Policies, yep.
My veterans transition bill is probably one I'm most passionate about. I can't even believe I guess I only think about that when I'm talking to veterans, when I'm on, I'm in veteran shows. But it affects everyday Americans too, because our veterans need to be taken care of. In my veterans transition bill, it's two parts to it. But if you've been to combat, when you go to combat, it'd be mandatory that you have to receive 6 months to a year of therapy after you return back from combat. Right now, that is not the standard. And when I was in the military, it was 100% not the standard. When I got back from Iraq, I literally got off a plane. We got off a plane. We went into a hangar. There's a bunch of doctors in there lined up in rows to give you shots. So you get a shot in this arm, you get a shot in that arm. You get a shot in this arm, you got a shot. You just keep going from line to line. Well, eventually you get behind it. You get to this doctor that's behind a curtain. They said, next. You go in there, go behind the curtain. And they say, well, are you crazy? Now, everybody can hear him asking you these questions. Are you crazy? You say, no, I ain't crazy. Do you want to kill yourself? No, I don't want to kill myself. Do you want to kill somebody else? No, I don't want to kill nobody else. Do you have PTSD? No, I don't have. Of course, that's what you're going to say. First of all, everybody can hear you.
Pressure. Second
of all, it's a lot of peer pressure, right? I just walked off the plane yesterday, right? I mean, right now.
Yeah.
So so it was a lot of pressure. But to me, if you went to combat, it has to be mandatory. There ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Combat, mandatory, 100%.
Who would deliver these therapy sessions for the recent veteran who just came back from fighting?
I like that. I like you say that. We can create. There's a lot of different programs out there that are nonprofit programs that are privately ran, where there's veterans helping veterans, right? You can go find them, or you can get the actual professional doctors. We have professional doctors when you're in the military. We have the whole, you got the whole setup on base, right? That's one part of my plan, the mandatory therapy to help these guys, right? The second part of my plan would be, which is the most important part, is that once you ETS out and you're done, your sentence is done. I mean, your sentence. They're like, sentence? Where was you in jail? Right. Once you've served out your time of your contract, let's say you do 4 years, right? If you went to combat, after that 4-year mark and you want to get out and you want to go home, if only for people that went to combat, automatically it would kick in, boom, a 2 years mandatory of National Guard and Army Reserves. And this is why, and I hope y'all listen to me and listen to me good. I haven't even talked this over with a lot of veterans. I actually have talked this over with a lot of veterans, but I haven't talked it over publicly to the veterans online. But in my real life, I've talked to so many veterans about this. This is why. When you come back from combat, like for example with me, I came back from combat, straight back into a civilian world. I'm in the store buying cereal.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like, cereal today, and yesterday everything was people was getting blown up. We getting shot at yesterday, and you walking through the streets of Hormuz. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday. So with the National Guard, in the Army Reserves, what that would allow, those 2 years, it's only 1 weekend out of a month. I would make it 3 weekends out of a month, as I said. But you would go be a civilian for 5 days a week, and then on the weekends you go back to the military for that structure. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you go back for that structure. Plus your other brothers and sisters who serve like you would be there too, and be able to help you to get back, right? And then you go back Monday to Friday as a civilian.
So you can assimilate back into society.
Exactly, to easily assimilate back into society.